Welcome back to the Gameshow Gameshow. Who's ready to win some fabulous prizes? Yeah! Well, let's introduce today's contestants. Up first from Minnesota, he enjoys reading. Give it up for Votes. Also, from Minnesota, they enjoy bar trivia and crochet. Give it up for Chicken Dinner. All the way from Louisiana, they enjoy TV, reading, and of course, more reading. Give it up for Emily. From Valentine, Illinois, they enjoy relaxing and reading. Give it up for Sarah. Family really likes to read. From Minnesota, they enjoy playing Fortnite and math. Give it up for Emily Clay. All the way from France, they enjoy bad jokes, eating, and of course drinking. Give it up for Crispy. From Toronto, they enjoy board games, soccer, and, you guessed it, reading. Give it up for Carlo. From Michigan, they enjoy snacking and drinking juice boxes. Give it up for Kitty Bay. From Zimbabwe, they enjoy soccer, surfing, and, of course, living life. Give it up for Tiger Woods. From Columbus, Ohio, they enjoy taking walks and, once more, reading. Give it up for Aaron Flanagan. From Indianapolis, Indiana, they enjoy drinking, hot rooms, and, guess it, reading. Well, we ran out of music. Let's get it back on. From Canada, they enjoy scribbling a bunch of stuff I can't read and scuba diving. Give it up for Autopilot. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the host with the most. Here he is,
Bring it in, and give it up. Hey! Welcome to the Gameshow Gameshow, where our brave and bold contestants will put their wits, skill, and game show awesomeness to the test on a collection of TV's favorite game shows on the Game Show! I'm your host, Neil Pinklebottom.
And I'm your co-host, Louis Fairbanks.
Over the next hour, our contestants will answer trivia questions and attempt to complete our game show challenges in order to collect as many points as possible. Today's top 3 scoring contestants will take home prizes, and today's number 1 contestant will be crowned the Game Show Game of Queen! TV viewers, friends, and family at home, thank you for tuning in. It's time to toss away that magazine, kick away that TV dinner tray, and buckle into that lazy boy for an hour of game show awesomeness on the Game Show Game Show! Contestants, are you ready?
Yes!
Robert Fairbanks, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm coming over to you, Chris, because you did some pretty magnificent moves. I'm giving you control of the board. Well, you've got 6 categories up there. TV Hangouts, Show Us Your, Match This Pose, a.k.a. Disney movies, and Chicago landmarks. Chris, I would love for you to pick a category and point value.
Strike a pose.
So how many points?
5 points.
All right, in this category, you will see a photograph. If you think you can match the pose in the photograph, then put your paddle out. For 5 points, can you match this pose? And that's our herky from Uncle Carlos. Come on out, show us your herky. Ready? Okay.
You can do it.
Yeah! Uncle Carlos, you just bagged yourself 5 points and controlled the board. There you go.
Oh, that's wonderful. We're going to do TV Hangouts for 2.
All right, for 2 points, it's TV Hangouts. Which popular sitcom based in New York City featured a cafe called Central Perk? And that was Chicken Dinner.
Friends.
Is that Friends? Friends! You got yourself 2 points, and no one cheered for you. Let's try that.
I'm going to stick with TV Hangouts for 3.
All right, for 3 points, TV Hangouts. Oh, when the Lions aren't. Wow. We'll try that. We'll fix that one. All right.
Well, I started with Tiger Woods.
This is why we ask you not to stand between the doors. When the lions aren't at Empire Records, you can find them at this biblical club.
We're good.
Yay!
Got it. I like cheering.
All right, that's chicken dinner.
Hades?
Is it Hades? What's that answer, Robert?
Leviticus Club.
Leviticus Club. Yeah, not an answer that we should use. Let's try that. I'm coming over to you, Mafia. Have you got control?
Can I do Disney movies for 3?
All right, for 3 points, it's Disney movies. Oh, which hairy Disney princess has an iguana as a best friend? And that is Bolt.
Rapunzel?
Is it Rapunzel? It is Rapunzel. Nicely done. You got yourself 3 points.
AKA 2.
All right, for 2 points, you will see the name of a character or person. Let's see if you know another identity for Diana Prince. And that is Kitty.
Princess Diana.
Is Princess Diana's other name really Diana Prince? It is not at all. All right, Cabernet.
Wonder Woman.
Is that Wonder Woman? It is. Wonder Woman wished that Princess Diana was Wonder Woman, but that's, we know, not the case. Cabernet, you've got control.
How about show us your for 4 points?
All right, in this category, you will see a verbal prompt. If you think you can do that thing, then put your paddle out. For 4 points, please show us your silly human trick. And that is Uncle Carlos. Please tell us what you're going to do.
All right, I'm going to attempt something of a back spring here.
Oh, let's come on out.
Wow.
Please be healthy, and you did sign away.
Wait, move,
Watch
move,
your
move to
head.
Ah,
Hi. Yeah! Uncle Carlos, for putting life to limb, I'm giving you an extra point.
all right.
All right, and you got control.
Okay, we're gonna go for Disney movies for 2.
All right, for 2 points, it's Disney movies. Which character is poised to break the internet in 2018? And that is...
Ralph.
Is it Ralph? Oh, there it is. That was written in the past, so clearly it's out of date. But Flanny, you've got control.
Chicago landmarks for 3.
For 3 points, it's Chicago landmarks.
For how many points?
3. What is the name of the fountain featured in the title sequence of Married with Children? And that is Emily. Is that Buckingham Fountain? It is. Nicely done. Yourself 2 points. Call forward. MND Clan. Time for you to spin the wheel of fortune cookie. You can leave that there. Come on forward. Come forward and spin this wheel, and we will chant. No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! And that is Dancing with the Contestants. Stand right here, MND Clan. I'm going to ask you to pick from this house, from anywhere in the room, someone you trust with your life and your points.
Chicken dinner.
All right, Chicken Dinner and MND Clan, you got this job. Stand next to each other. Okay, you've got the job of dancing toward me and back, but this is not just any dance. This is a tango! Here, we do not need to do a technically accurate tango. All I care is that you're cheek to cheek this way and back. If you can do that in 10 seconds, face cheek. Yes, thank you, Robert. If you can do that, don't start yet. If you can do that in 10 seconds, you're each walking away with 5 points. Ready, set, go! Yeah, wait. Face to face, cheek, cheek. Yeah! Chicken Dinner, MND Clan, you are each taking home 5 points. Plus, for spinning the wheel, you got yourself 3 points. Let's give it up for MND Clan! I'm going to give you control of the board again.
Oh, perfect. Can I do TV Hangouts for 5?
All right, for 5 points, it's TV Hangouts. This show, featuring a fast-talking mother and daughter duo, often had them visiting Luke's Diner. And that is Chicken Dinner.
Gilmore Girls.
Is that Gilmore Girls? It is. You got yourself 5 points and control.
TV Hangouts for 4.
All right, for 4 points, TV Hangouts. Which Albuquerque-based thriller series featured a fried chicken restaurant called Los Pollos Hermanos? And that is Tiger.
Breaking Bad.
Is that Breaking Bad? Tiger, you got control.
Show us your for 5.
All right, for 5 points, please show us your worm It's the breakdance move called the worm. There it is. Come on out. Autopilot. You got an autopilot. It looks like you did not need autopilot for that, but you got 5 points and control of the board.
Match this pose for 4.
All right, for 4 points, can you match this pose? And that was Tiger and Kitty. Come on out, Tiger and Kitty. You are both getting a chance to show us your tree pose. Yeah! All right, you both got yourself 4 points, and I am coming to you, Cabernet, because it's been a little while since I've seen you, so you get control of the board.
Okay, how about AKA for 4?
For 4 points, what is another name for Norma Jean Baker? And that was Cabernet.
Marilyn Monroe?
Is that Marilyn Monroe? It is Marilyn Monroe. You got yourself 4 points and control.
Stick with AKA for 5.
All right, for 5 points, who is Marshall Mathers? And that is Chicken Dinner.
Eminem.
Is that Eminem? We also would have taken the real Slim Shady. Nice and done, Chicken Dinner. You got control.
Chicago landmarks for 4.
For 4 points, it's Chicago landmarks. Until 2016, I'm correcting that, Wrigley Field suffered from what curse? And that is Tiger.
Billy Goat.
Is it the curse of the Billy Goat? Yes! Nicely done. You got yourself those points and control.
I would go for Disney movies 4.
For 4 points, it's Disney movies. Which villain had flunkies named Flotsam and Jetsam? And that is definitely you, Franny.
Ursula.
Is that Ursula? It is Ursula. Franny, you are getting those points. Flotsam and Jetsam are both things you would find in the water after a boat capsizes, maybe were thrown off. Franny, you've got control.
Disney movies for 5.
For 5 points, it's Disney movies. As far as Disney songs go, how many have won Academy Awards? And that's Uncle Carlos.
4.
Is it 4? That's what we call an underestimate. Let's try that again. How many movies have won Academy Awards? And that is Kitty.
15.
Is it 15? You just missed the mark there, Kitty. We've got one last shot. As far as Disney songs go, how many have won Academy Awards? And that goes to Mavia.
25.
Is it 25? That's too many. Robert, what is that answer?
12.
It's 12. The first one being Whistle While You Work from
Snow White.
from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The most recent being Let It Go from that movie, The Icy Lady. Let's get Chris V up here to spin the wheel of fortune cookie. Woo! No Grammys, no Grammys, no Grammys, no Grammys, and that is a scavenger hunt. Go ahead and take your spots, Chris. Everyone's going to get a chance to earn some points right now, but not before. But here's what's going on, because I am sending you on a scavenger hunt. So you will not. You will not need to move from your spot. You will not need to move from your spot. All you need to do is see it with your eyes. And then when you do, you'll put your hand in the air. At the end of 30 seconds, I'll confirm that you know where it is. If you found your object, you will get 5 points.
It's called I Spy.
Do what you call it. I'm calling it a scavenger hunt. Let's not correct me, Chris. 1 point away from Chris. All right. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. All right. Yeah. So it will not be inside of your drawers. It will not be behind your curtains. You will get 30 seconds to find the object listed on top of your drawer. Look around. Turn around.
This. That thing.
You don't need to wait. Don't need to wait. Don't wait. No, you can put it down.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Can
You tell me when I can put it down?
That is time.
That's time. Let's take a look. Volt, what were you looking for?
A fish.
Did you find a fish?
Right there.
5 points for Volt! Chicken dinner, what were you looking for?
A gnome.
Did you find a gnome?
He's right there.
The gnome is in its home. You got 5 points. Chicken dinner. Emily, what were you looking for?
Fortune cookie.
Did you find it?
Yes.
Where?
The wheel.
Oh, on the wheel of fortune cookie. You got yourself 5 points, Cabernet.
Red kiss.
Did you find a red kiss?
Right there.
You know where to find your red kisses, Cabernet. All right, MNB clan. Did you find a disco ball?
Yes, right there.
There's your disco ball. 5 points for you, Chris.
I was looking for a cow.
Did you find a
Found
cow?
a cow right there.
That's autopilot.
Oh!
Oh, there! 5 points. Yeah, nicely done.
That was rude.
That, I know, that's so mean. All right, Uncle Carlos, what were you looking for?
Flamingo, which is right here.
And if you would have, there it is. 5 points for you.
Yeah.
Hit it.
The rubber duck
Did you find a rubber duck?
Yes.
Where?
under the clock.
There it is, and you got yourself 5 points. And Tiger,
Baseball, man.
did you find a baseball over there? 5 points for you. Nicely done, Planny.
Cheese
Did
grater.
you find it?
Right there.
That explains the flakes on my shoulder. Nicely done, Planny. And Rabia,
Pig.
did you find a pig?
Yeah, it's right there.
That's Robert. Take that
I
back.
don't appreciate the body shaming.
That's
Neil.
Oh, you mean underneath? Rabia, nicely done. 5 points for you. And how about you?
Baseball.
Did you find a baseball?
No, there.
Right over there, nicely done. You just caught yourself 5 points. Let's give it up for all our players. And who's on that wheel? I think it was Chris. You got yourself 3 points for spinning the wheel. And we've got time for one more round of questions. I'm going to come to you, Emily, to give you control of the board. You're trailing just a smidge, so you got control.
Chicago landmarks for 5.
All right, for 5 points, Chicago landmarks. In what year was Millennium Park opened? And that was Tiger.
2016.
Was it 2016? So you're saying Millennium Park has only been open for 2 years.
Yeah, isn't it really? I don't know. I'm not from here.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. In what year? Okay, Cabernet.
2000?
Was it 2000? This is a level 5 question, Cabernet. We'll work harder. One last shot. In what year was Millennium Park opened? All right. After I spoke, it's Uncle Carlos.
1982.
Was it 1982? That is not at all correct. How about that answer?
Scheduled to open in the year 2000, like most things in Chicago, construction delayed it for 4 full years,
Oh.
and it did not open until 2004.
Oh, 2004. All right. Let's come over to Malia.
Yeah. Can I do AKA for 3?
All right, for 3 points, what is another name for Cassius Clay? And that was Cameron. Is that Muhammad Ali? You got yourself first points and control.
Let's finish AKA for 1.
We're closing out, AKA who is Peter Parker? And that's Bolt.
Spider-Man.
Is that Spider-Man? 1 point for you, Bolt, and control.
TV Hangouts for 1.
All right, for 1 point, we're closing out TV Hangouts. Ricky from this television classic performed regularly at the Tropicana Club or Club Babalu. And that is Autopilot.
I love Lucy.
Is that I Love Lucy?
Show us your first 3.
All right, for 3 points, please show us your floss. And that's Mavia. And then me, Clan, as well. All 3 of you are coming out. Yeah! Let's give it up for our players. And now let's call Mavia up here to spin the wheel fortune cookie.
Oh, yeah.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, and that is teal or not teal. Stand in the center right there and face this way. What you might not have noticed is we have 4 briefcases over here. We've got 2 teal ones, 2 steel ones. I'm going to ask you to pick 2 and bring them right back here, but not before I ask our studio audience to help you make that choice. Everyone, teal, 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 Mavia, are you content with your choices? Alright.
Yes.
I know, life choices are hard. Put those down. So what we did not tell you is inside of these briefcases are a 0, a 1, a 2, and a 5. And here are the 2 that you did not pick.
2.
Oh.
So we're not adding 2 to your score.
Oh.
We're not adding 2 to your score.
You got 5.
Oh.
We're not adding 1. So there's still a chance. We know that one of those briefcases has a 0 and the other one has a 5, and you've got the choice. Help her out. The left one, the right one, the teal one, the teal one, the teal one, the one that's a briefcase. Mavia, we just got a call from the bank. You could walk away with 3 points. Or you could make a choice, open that briefcase. Tell us what you're going to do.
Take it.
Open it! All right, take the risk.
Let me open that for you. What do you think it is?
5.
Ouch.
It's 5.
Let's give it up for Mavia! Mavia, you're still getting 3 points for spinning the wheel, so nicely done there. And now, everyone, it's time to put your paddles away. Away, meaning not in your hand. And now, you're a family, and you're a family, and this is the Trivia Cup! Carlos and Volt right here. I'm going to ask you to shake hands, put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. In just a moment, Robert Fairbanks will read a question. If you think you have a response that belongs on this board, then you will ring this bell without breaking my hand. If the answer is on the board, then we will play with your team immediately. Does that make sense, Uncle Carlos and Volt?
It does.
All right, Robert.
If Barbie had to raise some fast cash, name something she might auction off.
Her car.
Her car!
The Barbie dream car number
There it
one.
We'll play on this side. Kitty, I don't know if you've played with as many Barbies as I have, but I think you know her pretty well. So tell me what you think Barbie would get rid of for money.
Her dream house.
Her dream house! There it is! Tiger, we've got 4 answers on the board, and it is tough times at Mattel. So tell us what she would get rid of.
Her clothes.
Her clothes! Yeah!
Her shoes.
Her shoes!
Yeah!
Speaking of which, we're not going to chat because they can hear you, so you might be giving them ideas by talking. All right. Mavia, you've got 2 answers on the board, no strikes yet. Can you keep this streak going?
Probably not, but her makeup.
Her makeup!
Oh!
Barbie had that you would make up or do her hair. That's not how it worked, unfortunately. Autopilot.
Her friends.
Her friends! We have learned something about autopilot. Uncle Carlos, we've got 2 answers on the board. And again, no chatting yet. We've got 2 answers on the board, but only 1 shot. So you've got to get this right for Kitty to get a chance to take this home. But if you get this wrong, then this team gets a chance to confer and potentially steal those points. So, if Barbie had to raise some fast cash, name something she might auction off.
Her comb.
Her comb!
Oh my god.
Oh, take 10 seconds. Take 10 seconds.
I don't know. These are all big shape of words. Yes.
What else?
If they get an answer that's on the board, they're going to take 10 points per player. If not, then you're getting the points. Let's take a look. Emily.
Her horse.
Her horse!
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! You're getting the points! And, Emily, let's take a look at these answers.
Ken.
Her jewelry! Emily, it's time for you to
I
spin the wheel.
literally was going to say Ken, but then I was like, that's me.
I said her friends.
No blammies.
There you go. No blammies. No blammies. And this is a spin it to win it. Go ahead and take your spot, Emily. Everyone's going to get a chance to earn some points, but not before I ask you a potentially embarrassing question. Okay. Of these 4 colors, which one's your favorite? Green, white, orange, or blue?
Green.
Green. Everyone turn around and look inside of your green drawer. Look inside of your green drawer. It is now time for you to take that vest. Put your head through the hole in that vest, and also find your 3 projectiles, which are either very clean, never before worn socks. There should be 3 of them.
Oh my god.
I have 4.
Well, then put one of them inside another.
Oh, okay.
Take those never before worn baby socks.
I only have
Put,
one.
oh, then I'll take one for you.
Oh, I tucked it in.
There
you go.
I need one.
Does somebody else need one?
Here you go.
I mean,
Apparently,
Here, give me one because I got a
Somebody
bottle.
didn't reset
I'll take
that
it. That's
game. I apologize.
all right, thank you so much. All right, does everyone have what they need? Do you have 3?
Yeah.
All right, does everyone have 3?
Yeah.
You will
No,
see.
I just have 2.
She took it.
All right.
Somewhere somebody has all the socks.
All right, everyone. So here's what's going on. You are now teamed up with the person standing directly across from you, and you've got this job. You've got the job of getting as many of those projectiles onto your teammates' vest as possible, and also catching as many of those projectiles onto your own vest without using your hands as possible. At the end of 30 seconds, each ball that's on your or your partner's vest will be worth a point each, up to a maximum of 6 points. Now, if you run out of balls or if you drop some, you can get them after Both partners' hands are empty. And do I see a question there, autopilot?
Oh, do the balls count too?
Yes!
So I've got 5 things.
You only need 3. Okay.
You had all
All
the
right.
things.
That's where it was. So you had like 6 things and you got more. All right, everyone.
Is cheating allowed?
No. All right.
Just ask Tiger.
You just got yourself a negative point there. All right. Negative point.
Ooh.
Ready, set, go.
Go first.
Oh, you
Oh, you moved. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
You're much better at that.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Okay. Get that one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, you can pick up here.
Wait. Nice. Here. That one's for you.
Okay, go.
Okay, 5. Got that one. 4. Right here. Throw 3, 2, 1. And that's time.
All right. So Volt, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points for Volt and Uncle Carlo. All right. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 points for chicken dinner and Kitty Betty. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points for Emily and I can't remember your name. Tyler. I see 1, 2, 3 points for Flanny and Cabernet. 1, 2, 3. 3 points for MNB Clan and Malia. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points for Chris and Autopilot. Take those vests off. Don't worry about the balls that are on the floor. Our interns will clean that up later.
That's me. Oh, wait. Oh.
All right, everyone. It is now time for our next contestants to come up. Let's get Emily and Tiger right here. Shake hands. Hands behind your back. And Robert.
Name something people are often chased by in movies. Well,
A villain!
I mean, yeah.
Just slow down.
You still
Yeah.
out there. Bad guys are villains.
You got the points. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, we're
Wait
going to
till
go
I
this way.
finish the question.
Planning.
You pause.
Your face is very familiar, like you've been in a lot of movies. So tell me, what would be chasing you if you were in a movie?
A bear.
A bear! Apparently you have very specific like movies. Mabia.
Dreams, really. Dogs.
Dogs!
Yeah.
Dogs. A zombie!
I would consider a zombie a monster.
There it is. You got yourself some points. Uncle Carlos, we've got 2 answers on the board and only 1 strike.
A natural disaster.
A natural disaster!
A Sharknado.
A Sharknado.
No.
Unfortunately,
Come on.
I think they just exist. It's like they don't chase you, they're just there.
Yeah.
So, Kitty,
Except for
we've
that
got
happening.
2 answers on the board, but only 1 shot. So if you get this right, I'm sending it to Tiger. If you get this wrong, I'm sending it to them for a chance to steal those points. So,
Aliens.
aliens!
That's a good one.
Nope.
Ooh, take your 10 seconds.
Steal.
My kids.
Oh, they're ready.
All right, and I'm coming to you, Karen.
Cars.
Cars!
No.
And let us take a look at the remaining answer up here. That is
The police.
It might not have happened to you, but it's happened to me, so don't worry. That's normal. Let us call forward. Who's Aaron? Who's Aaron? I don't know what that means. Flanny, you're coming forward to spin the wheel. That might be why I'm confused. You wrote a different name there. No Blannies! No Blannies! No Blannies! No Blannies! No Blannies! And following the arrows to whose time is it anyway? Stand right here, Flanny.
I like
Stand
this
right
one.
here. I'm going to ask you to pick 2 partners. Maybe someone you know and someone you don't know. Someone you know and someone you don't know. Pick 2 partners.
Alright. MNB Clan and
So, Uncle Carlos, Lanny, I'm going to ask you to stand right here. If you've got a camera, you want to take a video of this? This is a great one. Lanny, stand right here. MNB clan, you're going to stand right here. And Uncle Carlos, right the opposite direction of where you went. All right, this is a favorite game of ours. It's called Whose Dime Is It Anyway? And it starts with these dimes right here. There's another dime that fell on the floor back here. Get that? No. It's just a silver one. And here's the job, Flanny. You will take one of these never before used tongue depressors, grab one, take it, make a diving board out of your mouth with it, and then arms, they've never been used. Those are the ones that we have not used. You can, yeah, do that. And then arms akimbo like Peter Pan. And then, Uncle Carlos, please put on this eye mask and stick your arms through the holes that Flanny has created. Okay, and you have the job of NNV clan. You are the leader of this group. You've got the job of helping them get the right dimes on that stick. These are the hands, that's the stick, and you are the mouth. You don't get to touch the table, the dimes, the hands, or the stick. Does that make sense? You must use your words to help them get the right dimes on there. The silver dimes will be worth a single point. The pink dimes will be worth 3 points each, and this blue dime, if that blue dime is on that stick at the end of 30 seconds, no one's getting any points. Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
All right? Ready, set, go! 30 seconds on the clock. Help him out.
Arms forward. Then to the left. Stop.
Tell him to do something.
Pick it up.
He needs your instruction.
Because the one that's on the finger.
Yeah.
And up.
10 seconds.
Okay. Near the table. Then you pick it up.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! And that is 1 point for Uncle Carlos, Flanny, and MNB Clan! All right, nicely done. We'll find that extra dime. And you can keep that, Flanny. That's what we call a souvenir.
Sure. And the dime too.
How about this little number?
We'll figure it out. No, I'll take that. Thank you so much. You found that extra dime. Thank you so much. All right, it is now time to call Cabernet and Mavia up to I know you're not lined up evenly. That's fine. All right, stand next to each other, face each other, shake hands.
Hi.
Put your hands behind your back.
Wait till the end of the question.
Please wait till the end. Thank you, Tony. That's how you
That's
win.
how you cheat.
Always done.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Name an animal you could recognize just by its nose.
Do I answer?
You want to answer? I feel like that should be there.
A dog.
A dog! There it is.
Wet
Thank you
nose
so much.
and stuff.
Thank you so much. Autopilot. Thank you so much. Name a creature whose proboscis tickles your memory fibers.
Hey.
A pig!
Yes.
Yeah! All right. Uncle Carlos. You might know some noses.
How about an anteater?
An anteater! There it is. There it is. All right, King.
A horse.
A horse!
Of course.
Yeah!
An elephant.
An elephant!
Oh yeah.
Number one.
Yeah! All right.
That's very obvious.
Laney or Aaron, I'm not sure which it is. Will you, Flaren? Then you've got one shot. You could take this home for your team.
An alligator.
An alligator!
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that will see you later, not the one that will see you in a while. Unfortunately, I can't tell. Mavia,
A mouse.
a mouse!
Ooh,
Nice.
Not ostrich.
They have little.
All right, you have the chance. This is the last shot. Again, do not talk because they can hear you. So, autopilot, no help from them either. Okay, you've got one shot and only one answer. Tell us what you
Carlos.
A duck.
A duck!
No.
Ducks have bills.
It's a bill.
Bills for ducks. Other birds have beaks. So no birds have noses. All right.
Wow.
What did you say?
10 seconds
I
to steal.
Careful, those do fall.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we saw that one.
And Chris,
Probably
a rabbit. A rabbit! Ooh, those are ears, everyone. You're getting the ball!
Yes, it was.
A cat. A cat. Volt. It's time for you to spin the wheel.
So what do we not get?
No blammies. No blammies.
No blammies. No blammies. No blammies. No blammies. And this is snack phrase. Stand right there, Volt. I'm going to ask you to pick from this side of the room an opponent. Anyone you like.
Tiger.
All right, Tiger and Volt, you are now the temporary captains of your teams. Your job is to get your teammates to guess as many of the words and phrases on these cards as you can. You can do or say anything that you like except for the words you're trying to get them to guess. So if it was a fire truck, you could say that it's a red emergency vehicle, or that it goes woo, 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 but you cannot say the words fire, truck, or fire truck. Does that make sense?
Yes.
For each word or phrase that your teammates guess, every member of your team is getting a point. 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go!
Little things
You
on trees.
can't talk.
Branches. Laryngitis. Great.
Smaller.
When you have batteries,
What?
flowers,
on the
balloons.
Oil. Fan. Grow.
Space, even though-
bounce on.
Trampoline.
The other word?
Carry.
Cradle. Bouncy.
Sounds like that. Sounds like a cat.
Yeah, we
Ten
10 seconds.
Small, 3 words. Okay.
Hot.
You
Different word.
water clouds
Okay.
Oh.
5 seconds.
Watering can.
with this.
Three.
Where
2,
Yeah.
1. That is time.
And that's time! All right. So, Tiger, what words and phrases did your team
she
guess?
said,
She said caught.
Oh, okay. So they got twig, nightmare, blossom, cot, garden hose, and bib.
That's 6 points for this team! And Volt, what words and phrases did your team guess?
We got mute, ceiling fan, and sunburn.
3 points for this team! Plus 3 points for you for spinning the wheel. You just got yourself 6 points, Volt. Let's give it up for Volt! All right, we got time for one final round of Trivia Feud. Let's get MNB Clan and Autopilot. Stand here. MNB Clan. Right here. Shake hands. Put your hands behind your back. And Robert, when you're ready.
Hold on a second, I gotta get these points in here.
Got it.
There we go. All right. Name something parents tell their kids not to waste.
Their food.
Their food!
Number 1 answer.
There it is. Thank you so much, MNB Clan. So, Uncle Carlos, you're an uncle, so I don't know if you ever had any parents, but tell us what your parents would have told you not to waste.
Time.
Time!
Don't waste your time.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Kitty.
On the board.
Your water.
No help. No help. Your water! All right, Tiger, if you were ever to become a parent, what would you tell your kids not to waste?
Energy.
Energy!
No.
All right, Lanny. Your brain! It's a terrible
Double
thing to
A.
waste.
Come on,
All right,
team.
Mavia, we got 3 answers left
Getting
and
serious.
only 1 shot.
Money.
Money!
Yes.
Number 2
Yes.
answer.
Yeah.
You understand how parents think. All right,
I
autopilot.
know my dear. Sleep.
Sleep!
Triple X.
Oh, take your 10 seconds. Take your 10 seconds.
Yes.
And again, don't talk because they can hear you.
Oh, wow.
All right, chicken dinner.
Yeah, no further.
It's electricity.
Electricity!
Don't waste. Electricity.
No! You're getting the points! And let us see. This remains
Don't waste.
answer.
Your life.
Don't waste your life. Don't waste your life. It is now time for me to call forward Sarah. Who's Sarah? There it is. Cabernet, you can come forward.
Spin.
No blammies! No blammies! No blammies! No blammies! And this is Stinko! You're going to stand right here, and you're going to play one of our favorite games, which I have. Inconveniently hidden behind. This is Stinko! And Cabernet, I don't know what you're talking about. This is Stinko. Okay, Cabernet, you will drop the puck down wherever it lands. You're going to get that number of points. But Cabernet, I will give you a chance to potentially double that score. Inside of this briefcase, you will find your pucks. And if you can correctly identify the scent of the scratch and sniff sticker on that puck, then you will get double the score. I say scent in air quotes because
Okay.
they don't really smell. Cabernet, pick a left or right. Left, right, right, left! Right.
Pick the wrong one. Pick the
All
right
right, Cabernet, you have picked a sweet food item that starts with the letter B. Starts with the letter B. No, I'm wrong. Starts with the letter C. You might find this in a sundae. You can scratch it and sniff it. Maybe it'll smell. You might find this in a sundae, and it's incredibly sweet. It's like one of the sweetest things you could ever think of. Cabernet. Is it cake?
It is cake.
Yay! I've had cake sundaes before. Drop that down. 4 points for Cabernet! Nicely done. Let's give it up for Cabernet. And everyone, it's time to get the paddles ready. We've got another round of trivia questions. We've got 6 new categories, which are Sing That Verse, Bird Brains, Impressions, Super Challenges, Good Show, Old Sports, and Get Lit. And Chris B, you are trailing, so I'm going to give you control of the board.
I gotta go with bird brains for 3.
All right, for 3 points, it's Bird Brains. Dick Grayson is just one person who held the mantle of this avian-themed sidekick, and that was Chicken Dinner.
Robin.
Is that Robin? It is Robin. That was a race between the 3 of you. You clearly are nerds. All right, Chicken Dinner, you've got control.
Sing That Verse for 4 points.
All right, in this category, you will see the lyrics to a song. I will read out those lyrics, and if you can sing the remainder of that verse, then you will get these 4 points. Let's see the lyrics.
Sing well.
Shake it up, baby, now. And that was Tiger. How about that?
up, baby, now.
Twist.
Twist and shout.
Twist it. Come on, right in it now. Nicely done, Tiger. You got control, Tiger.
Get lit for 5.
All right, you got for 5 points. Get lit.
Let's see if all of you were lying on your info cards.
Coolest was inspired by the novel Emma by this British author. And that was Lanny.
Jane Austen.
Is that Jane Austen? That's it. All right. Lanny, you got yourself 5 points, and you've left Flavia hanging. All right.
I need that too.
All right, Flavia, you get Lanny. I'm so confused. What's, you get control.
Got lit for 4.
All right, it's time to get lit for 4. This famous series of spy novels and movies was created by the writer of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, God.
All right, we're going over to Emily first.
James Bond?
Is it James Bond? It is James Bond! James Bond was created by Ian Fleming, who also created Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Emily, you've got
I
control.
was going to say anything.
Super challenges for 5.
All right, Robert, what's that 5-point super challenge?
It's a dance hall!
All right.
Emily, you're a contestant. Come on down to the dance floor. You picked it.
Yeah, you picked it. You're in it.
You're in the
You're in it.
box.
Come on in, Emily.
But guess what? I need you to pick 2 other people to be in this dance hall with you.
Anyone at all.
Anybody you want.
2 people
2 people
from any team?
from any team.
No one's on teams. No one's on teams.
They used to be. Who else?
All right. All right.
Listen, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to play a series of 3 songs. You have to change the way you dance every time I change the song. At the end, we're all going to clap for everybody. Neil's going to come and put his hand over each of your heads. Whoever gets the loudest claps will be getting these 5 points in our dance-off. Are you ready? Get set.
Cheer on, everyone! Number 2! Number 3! As Robert said, we will cheer for everyone, but if you think they deserve to win, we'll cheer a little bit louder. If you think this chicken dinner, let's give it up! If you think it's Emily, let's give it up! If you think it's Emily, Clark, give it up! You're taking home those 5 points. And it is now time. It is now time for me to call forward Uncle Carlos to spin this wheel. No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! No Grammys! And we're following that all the way around to Tier Tractor.
Yes!
Stand right here, Uncle Carlos.
I'm so sorry, Uncle Carlos.
Uncle Carlos.
This one.
This
You're
is
so ready.
the Tier Tractor! You've seen a tractor before, Uncle Carlos, but you've never seen a Tier Tractor. I'd like you to take a peek right inside here. Tell us what you see.
Ah! Nope.
Beans. Jelly beans! All right, Uncle Carlos, you will get 5 points if you can eat one of these jelly beans and tell us what flavor you see. But here's the catch, everyone. One of these jelly beans is delicious, and the other jelly bean is not in any way delicious. In fact, I will let you know that one of these jelly beans is strawberry banana smoothie. Sounds good. Going down the throat, nutritious, it's healthy. And the other one is dead fish. For 5 points, eat a jelly bean. Cheer them on, everyone!
Dead fish, dead fish, dead fish, dead fish. It's dead fish.
Don't touch fish.
Dead fish!
Good work, Carlos.
And he got himself 5 points. All right, +3 for spinning the wheel. And I am now coming back to planning.
But you just took the
You
lead.
got control.
We'll do and
Oh, I can smell it.
All right, for 4 points, it's bird race.
Oh,
What's Woody Woodpecker's famous laugh? And that was Cabernet. Yeah! Nicely done. And you got yourself control.
super challenges for 3.
Ooh, she loves those super challenges. Let's see what Cabernet is going to do.
it's telephone.
Ooh, it's a game of telephone. Robert, can you
Yeah, you guys remember the game telephone from childhood, correct?
Yeah.
So, there are 2 cards here. Neil will be passing them to both Bolt
Don't
and
look
Uncle
yet.
Carlos. I'm so sorry,
look yet.
Kitty Babe, that you have to smell Uncle Carlos for the
Don't
rest
look
of
yet.
this one. But, just like the classic game of telephone, there's a phrase written on each of these cards. When we say go, Bolt and Uncle Carlos will each read what's on these cards quietly to themselves silently, and then whisper it to the next person. We'll then whisper it to the next person. We'll then whisper it to the next person, all the way down the line until it gets to Chris and Autopilot, who will then run over to Neil, whisper it into his ear. Whoever gets it the most correct will win. However, if you are both exactly the same, whoever is fastest will get these points.
All right.
Any questions?
No.
On your mark, get set, go!
That's true.
Okay, great. Okay, so what I heard over here was Candy Crusher Coconut Lovers. And over here I heard Candy Crunching Coconut Waters. The correct
off
phrase,
by a
I'm
word.
going to let you make oh, yes.
It was each off by 1 word,
You were each off by 1 word. The
but
correct
Chris was
phrase.
slightly faster.
The correct phrase was Candy Crunching Coconut Lovers, and this team was slightly ahead. So you're getting the point! All right, I'll take this card from you. And now it's time to call forward for our final Spin It to Win It. Kitty Babe. Oh, you don't even need to spin it. This is Everyone's Got Talent. Stand right here, Kitty.
That's a good one.
Here at the Game Show, we believe that everyone has talent, but when we say that, we mean quantity and not quality. So, Kitty, here is an assortment of talents for you to display. We have these juggling balls. We have these finger cymbals, often associated with belly dancing. We have this kid's joke book. We have this hula hoop. And we have this guitar. It's only got 5 strings, and it's incredibly out of tune. For each of the talents that you can display in 30 seconds, you will take home a point. Ready, set, go! Cheer on, everyone. Yeah! 3!
10 seconds!
4!
It's like DC come on your face.
5 points! Let's give it up for Kitty, everyone. All right, everyone. So we are in the final 4 minutes of the game show. So I will be bringing us into what I like to call lightning round. So I will pick the categories and point values, and also every single question will be worth double points.
I'm not adding those points until after the lightning round because I can't keep up.
All right, there you go.
Right.
So I will. You get a point back, Chris. All right. So let's start with Good Show Old Sport for 2 points. Which musical movie series featured an a cappella performance by the Green Bay Packers? And that was Cabernet.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Is that Pitch Perfect? It is. The series simply called Pitch Perfect. The number 2 is when that happened. All right, let's go to impressions. We've got the category we haven't seen yet. If you can do an impression of the name of the character, of the person or character that you see, then you will get these points. For 2 points, let's see an impression of Sylvester Stallone. All right, Cabernet was out after I spoke.
Yo, Adrian.
Yeah! 4 points for you, Cabernet. Again, we're still waiting for me to finish speaking. Let's try sing that verse for 2. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Oh, and that was Chicken Dinner.
Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening.
There you go. Chicken Dinner, you got yourself 4 points and control.
Sing that verse for 5.
All right, let's see those lyrics. I'm not throwing away my shot. You know I'm not throwing away my shot. From one of the most popular musicals of the last 4 years.
Most people are going to see it tomorrow. I just heard a rumor. So,
We can answer tomorrow.
yeah, looks like it. Robert, you want to do this together?
oh, you can do it.
All right. I'm not throwing away my shot. You know I'm not throwing away my shot. You know I'm just like my country. I'm young and scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shots. And that is from Hamilton, the second number, not the opening number, but my shots. Let's go to Get Lit for 2. A 3D movie was based on this jazz age novel written by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and that was Planning. Is that The Great Gatsby? It is. The Dazzler movie was shot and released in 3D. Planning, you got no control because it's my job. All right, Good Show Old Sport for 3. Which professional wrestler's catchphrase is, "You can't see me"? Apparently we like reading more than we like wrestling. Emily. Is that John Cena? All right, Emily, nicely done. You got yourself 6 points. Let's go to Bird Brains for 2. What's the name of Harry Potter's pet owl? You all love reading so much, but Bolt, you got that. Hedwig. Is that Hedwig? 4 points to you, Bolt. Let's come back to sing that verse for 3. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Autopilot.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah! Nicely done. My loneliness is also killing me, Autopilot. Let's go to Bird Brains for 5. Carol Spinney played this large fowl from a seedy neighborhood since the first episode of a popular PBS children's show. And that was Emily.
Big Bird.
Is it Big Bird? It's Big Bird! All right, everyone. It's time to put your paddles away. Time to put your paddles away. We've got one final challenge left, which is Super Challenge number 2. The netball pass. All right, here's what's going on. Here at the Game Show, we have these especially designed netballs. They're designed to only go between your chin and your chest and nowhere else. Bolt, please take this. Don't insert it yet. Okay. Don't install this, Uncle Carlos. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to pass this from neck to neck to neck, neck to neck to neck, all the way down until you reach Autopilot. And Chris and Autopilot, when you get those balls, you're going to do a 360-degree turn. That's just one turn. And then you're going to pass it all the way back to Bolt. You're going to pass it all the way back to Uncle Carlos. And then when you get it, you'll do one more turn. You're going to pass it all the way back to Chris, all the way back to Autopilot. And then when you get it back the second time, Autopilot and Chris, you've got to find me. Find this basket. Keep that ball in your neck and get it in here. The first team to get it in, every member is taking home 10 points. So this could be the game for pretty much everyone. Ready, set, go! If you drop it, please just put it back under your own neck.
What's going on there? We're letting it fall. Where's the?
Here we go.
So hard.
Oh, let your hands. Every time it's falling. I'm sorry. Get back.
Alright. Put it under your own neck.
Okay, you got it? Oh, they're catching up.
Go, go, go.
Take your hands off.
It's neck and neck.
Oh, literally. Nice. Oh, really? Now we're tied.
Come on, let's go, team. Come on.
Oh, you're making them do it twice. I didn't get that part.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
That's not so neck and neck.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Do you see where you're going? Do you see where you're going?
Oh.
That was just because they're messing with you.
Yeah! Thank you so much. You're getting the points, and we will give Robert Fairbanks a chance to tabulate these scores. We don't know yet who has won, but if you win, Volt, where will you go?
To the hotel.
The hotel!
To the hotel.
The hotel! Ooh, sounds like fun hotel. Emily.
Dinner.
Dinner!
We're going to dinner.
Dinner! And then
More dinner.
more dinner! Chris, away from them! Away! Baggies! Alright, that sounds like an answer. I think
Vegas, like Las Vegas.
it's the place where you don't understand what's been said. Because it's baggies.
Vegas.
There's vaguely. Alright, Rodia.
Futicana.
That sounds dirty. Oh my god. Alright, Manny. Oh! Tiger!
To the bar.
The bar!
Mikey.
Hawaii! And Uncle Carlos.
Tequila.
Tequila! It looks like you still need a moment there, Robert. Alright, Robert, do we have any ties per second? Alright.
All right. In third place with a total of 67 points, it is Uncle Carlo. The dead fish.
Uncle Carlos, you're taking home a limited edition water bottle from our newest attraction, Ragnarok Axis. Let's give it up for Uncle Carlos!
In second place with 69 points, it is Chicken Dinner.
Chicken Dinner. Chicken Dinner, you are taking home a pass to our signature escape room, Trapped in a Room with a Zombie. We've got a zombie on a chain. Every 5 minutes, the chain gets longer. Hopefully, you'll get out before the zombie gets you. Let's give it up for Chicken Dinner! And in first place.
Our game show king today with a total of 70 points, edging out Chicken Dinner by one, is the cheater himself, Tiger Woods!
Earlier, you taking home a water bottle and a pass to Trapped in a Room with a Zombie. You are now our game show king! All right, I still got to put it on. You can keep clapping. Now you're king, and it is time to dance it out. Stick it out, stick it out. Bring it in, and give it a spin. Come out to the dance floor. Let's dance. This has been the Game Show. We hope you've had as good a time as we have. We love you.